Roberto, Solmaz, Ine. Any questions? Absolutely. In the corridor questions. Yes, by all means. Or your microphone is arriving, so.
Okay, then I'll ask. Well, since I was working also on the quite the same subject, and the demolition waste of tiles. So to use it as a waste in soil, and I had the same problem to find the data. So what do you suggest? Like, I know that it's very preliminary, and I know that data collecting is very difficult. It seems that us as researchers are just going the same path, and we don't see any improvement, because my research was 2 years ago. I see almost the same data that I found, and your slide means that no improvement is happening. So what do you suggest? How we can make it better to at least like see the situation in collecting the data? The next step after that would be different, of course.
So you mean in terms of data collection, your question is, or in terms of actually how we can improve the waste management?
And my first question is about data collection.
Mm-hmm.
Because first we have to know what's going on, then we could decide what we should do.
Okay, so actually we thought this question because we checked all the possible resources where we can obtain the data, and we realized that actually no one has the data on the composition, for example. So no recorded information. So we have to obtain this information ourselves with scientific methods. And that's why actually we came up with this surveying method, which we have seen actually in some other countries, they have done it. By interviewing and talking to the experts in the field who are actually gathering the waste from the field and actually disposing them, they will have an idea at least on the quantities and types of waste that they are collecting. So maybe, okay, in the most proper or like the best scientific method would be to actually gather an amount of waste and actually differentiate each type and actually weigh them and then get it. But the cost and feasibility of doing this is actually quite high, and you need support from the government or other, let's say, funding bodies. But this we can do, surveying and talking to the experts we can do. So this is what we see as a step forward to actually get data on the composition of the waste. And if that answered your question.
Thank you very much. I trust there is no further question in the room. And that brings us to the closure of NISE 2. Once again, I should thank the Chamber of Civil Engineering, the sponsors, the organizing committee, particularly Abdullah for and the entire team, to be honest. I did nothing in that organizing committee. I was just attending some Friday morning, 7 a.m. God bless you. 7 a.m. Friday morning meetings and then straight back to bed. But that's something I just said here and here. But you did everything, and I'm very much thankful to all of you. Now, this is not the end of the journey. We hope that we can have a NISE 3 next year, and I will do my best to see how it can happen in London. In terms of NISE 2, I will try to put together a summary report of what was discussed from this morning to the very end of now, basically, and put together a feature paper. And in that feature paper, we can all appear as collaborators. So that's something that I'm communicating to you. And obviously, your full text papers can be submitted. I think via the email address, and then there are a number of partner journals that, depending on the topic of that paper, the contents will be distributed, will be seen by the scientific committee, and hopefully will appear in published form sometime in February, March 2023. I think the deadline for full text papers are 18th of November 2022 to give us enough time to, particularly if you are working on the material and method side, to give us time to liaise with the editor-in-chiefs and bring these works into published form. So thank you very much, everyone, and I hope you have a good rest of the day and evening.
I would like to invite Mr. Gürkan Yancıoğlu, the Chair of Chambers of Civil Engineers, to present a token of appreciation to the today's event chair, session chair, and vice chair of Nature-Inspired Solutions for Built Environment Working Group, Associate Professor Dr. Arya Asadi Mengurdi.
Ortaya alabilir miyiz lütfen?